Hello, Redeemer folks. This is Pastor Steve Noll, and it's podcast 51, April 20th, 2022. I'm titling it Finishing Well and Starting Well. This is my penultimate podcast, that is, next to last, one of 52. This is a full year's worth. I'm about to finish my term as interim rector. Redeemer is finishing its first year since deciding to become an independent mission fellowship in the Diocese of Pittsburgh. So, just a few thoughts about finishing well and starting well. Christian discipleship and Christian ministry is a trek. While we may pass through different phases at different paces, we never outgrow following Jesus, and we never get a pig slip, excusing us from the work of the gospel. St. Paul puts it this way. He says, "I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call in Jesus Christ. Let those who are mature think this way." Philippians chapter 3, verse 14. My friend Jim Osterhaus has written about this, calling it How to Successfully Leave a Congregation. Here's what he says. There comes a time for pastors when they must say goodbye to a congregation. In certain situations, this is due to the pastor's retirement. In other instances, the pastor has accepted another call. Each departure involves a transition that causes distress within the congregation. How these departures are handled by pastors will greatly enhance or diminish the congregation's ability to move forward successfully. Well, I've been only an interim pastor at Redeemer, minding the gap between the founding pastors and the new pastor. Still, it has been an important turning point in the congregation's life. For a year, you have had to accustom yourself to my way of preaching, leading, worshiping, podcasting, and to be honest, I've had to accustom myself to your patterns as well. Now you will be meeting and adapting to a new pastor, and he will likewise be getting to know you. He will speak and lead and care for you in a different way from either of his predecessors. People will come with expectations and hopes. They will, I'm sure, be eager to receive and follow him. At the same time, some may feel like, well, we've done our part this past year, now it's time for him to put his hand to the plow. I have no doubt he will, but he will need fellow workers in the Lord's field. As for me, I'm planning to leave some space before Ethan arrives. I shall formally step down on May 1st, but I shall continue to officiate at worship until May 22nd, when Bishop Minns will join us. For the remaining weeks in May and June, I've arranged a schedule of supply clergy to preach and lead. These clergy have had a role in Redeemer's walk and will give additional perspective and support during this period. Throughout this time until July 1, I shall be available for emergency pastoral care, and I shall also be meeting with Ethan when being available to him to get oriented to his new call. Please know that at all times Peggy and I will be holding you in our prayers and in our heart, as we have the past year. The grace and peace of the risen Lord Jesus be with you. That's all for now. Have a good week.